Have you ever felt invisible? Not in a superhero, superpower kind of way, but in a quiet, lonely, does anyone even see me kind of way. Let's talk about Robert Jenkins, a man who, at 52, felt exactly that. Robert wasn't a recluse. He had a good job, a loving family, and a life he'd built with pride. But one Tuesday, something shifted. It started at the coffee shop. The young barista looked right through him, taking the order from the person who'd just walked in behind him. Robert cleared his throat, but it was as if he was a ghost. He left without his coffee. Later that day at a team meeting, he offered a solution to a problem they'd been stuck on for weeks. It was a good idea, one he'd spent a lot of time thinking about. But the room was silent. A few minutes later, a younger colleague, Mark, rephrased Robert's exact idea. Suddenly, everyone was buzzing. "Brilliant, Mark," the boss exclaimed. Robert just sat there, his words echoing in his own head, unheard by anyone else. Walking home, he held the door open for a group of young people, laughing and caught up in their world. They streamed past him without a single glance or a word of thanks. It was the final straw. It wasn't just one incident. It was a pattern. The world, it seemed, was starting to look past him. That evening, Robert sat in his favorite armchair, the weight of the day pressing down on him. He felt like a faded photograph, his colors and details slowly disappearing. He wondered, have I become irrelevant? Does my experience, my life, my presence not matter anymore? It's a question many people over 50 ask themselves. You've spent decades contributing, building, and being seen. Then, one day, it feels like the spotlight has moved on, and you're left standing in the shadows. But here's the crucial part of Robert's story. That night, as he wrestled with these feelings, his daughter called. She was struggling with a big decision at her new job. She said, "Dad, I need your advice. You always know what to do." And in that moment, the fog of invisibility began to lift. For his daughter, he wasn't invisible. He was a beacon, a source of wisdom and strength. He realized his worth wasn't determined by the distracted barista, the preoccupied colleagues, or the oblivious strangers. His value wasn't something that could be given or taken away by the fleeting attention of others. It was inherent. It was in the life he had lived, the lessons he had learned, and the love he shared with his family. Robert's story is a powerful reminder for anyone who has ever felt unseen. Being overlooked doesn't erase your worth. Your value isn't a performance for others. It's the sum of your experiences, your character, your wisdom. The world might be noisy and fast-paced, and sometimes it forgets to look. But that doesn't mean there's nothing there to see. The next morning, Robert walked back into that coffee shop. He stood tall, and when the barista looked his way, he smiled and said in a clear, confident voice, "Good morning. I'll have a large black coffee, please." He was seen, not because the world had changed, but because he had remembered his own light. If you've ever felt like Robert, remember this: your worth is not up for debate. It shines from within. You are not invisible. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that matters.